The National Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain Association is pleased to announce its inaugural Together Walks, which will be hosted nationwide beginning in May. An estimated 10 million Americans, 2 to 4% of the population, have fibromyalgia as a primary diagnosis. It is a chronic, life-altering disorder. We are delighted to invite you to raise awareness of this condition by joining us in the inaugural 2016 Walks. The Walks fulfill part of our mission to raise awareness about fibromyalgia and fund research into the disorder that will lead to better treatments. We make fibromyalgia visible together. This is an opportunity for people with the disorder to have action-oriented, healthy events for their friends, family, neighbors, and healthcare providers to support them in a positive and uplifting way. Participants will have access to educational materials about FM and presentation from inspirational speakers and medical professionals with expertise at the Together Walks across the nation. What is the National Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain Association? It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization that's patient-centered. It advocates on behalf of more than 100 million Americans who suffer from chronic pain. It unites patients, policymakers, and healthcare, medical, and scientific communities to transform lives through visionary support, advocacy, research, and education of fibromyalgia and chronic pain illnesses. The NFMCPA connects with email subscribers for the monthly Advocate Voice newsletter and survey announcements, has more than 145,000 Facebook likes, and more than 3,400 Twitter followers. The NFMCPA partners and collaborates with several patient-centric organizations and professional medical societies nationally. Together Walks are foundational for the NFMCPA to continue strengthening its 4 tenets: support, awareness, education, and research globally. The NFMCPA is your partner for tackling fibromyalgia and chronic pain. The NFMCPA has partnered with local organizations at each of the Together Walks to successfully implement the event and to raise awareness about fibromyalgia. We are very excited about these partnerships and look forward to having you join us. The Leaders Against Pain Action Network are NFMCPA certified support group leaders and graduates of their training. They've demonstrated achievement in raising fibromyalgia and chronic pain awareness. The LAPN act as the advocacy arm for the National Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain Association. Their 7 tenets include networking, media training, awareness, advocacy, expediting calls to action, education and support, and event planning. Successful Together Walks are dependent on the partnership between a local organization and the National Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain Association, brought together through a leader. Together, we make a difference. Together Walks are implemented by partnership between local and national leaders working shoulder to shoulder to improve fibromyalgia treatments and support finding a cure. Nancy Ryan and Chantil Warby are national co-chairs for the Together Walks, who have partnered with co-directors of your local Together Walk. Fibromyalgia affects men, women, and children, 10 million Americans, and 2 to 4% of the population. It's a chronic life-altering disorder characterized by widespread pains, along with other symptoms such as unrefreshing sleep, stiffness, and cognitive dysfunction. Symptoms of fibromyalgia can vary in intensity. Additional common symptoms may include depression or anxiety, migraines, tension headaches, pelvic pain, irritable or overactive bladder, irritable bowel syndrome, TMJD, and gastrointestinal reflux disease. There is no cure for fibromyalgia. Cultural attitudes and stigmatization of people with chronic pain issues often cause individuals with fibromyalgia to become withdrawn from their family and friends. The isolation and feeling alone can contribute to depression. Multidisciplinary approaches for management and relief of symptoms are often recommended. Medications, cognitive behavioral therapies, and gentle exercise are the most common combinations. In partnership with a healthcare provider, development of a self-management strategy and long-term health goals may reduce chronic pain symptoms and the frequency, duration, and intensity of periodic flares. In 2013, the Oregon Health and Sciences University and the National Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain Association conducted a survey of people with fibromyalgia. Their symptoms were measured as well as the impact of fibromyalgia on their daily living. The survey results are available on fmcpaware.org. The mission of Together Walks is to increase fibromyalgia awareness, education, resources, and support for research in the general public, medical communities, legislators, and people affected by fibromyalgia. The Together Walks have launched in 5 major U.S. cities, including Louisville, Richmond, Coral Springs, Salt Lake City, Portland, and a virtual walk online. The NFMCPA anticipates at least 250 people at each live walk, and more than 1,000 people in the virtual walk. Participants will enjoy an informational fibromyalgia program and walk together to raise FM awareness locally. A t-shirt comes with registration. The t-shirt logo is displayed in the middle of the screen. Together Walks are an opportunity to raise awareness about fibromyalgia and to fund research into the disorder that will lead to better treatments. They are the FM community's largest global events, and an action-oriented, fun, and healthy community event. Together Walks unite the public, patients, their friends, family, healthcare providers, and associates and neighbors to end the debilitation and suffering of fibromyalgia. Together Walks also promote understanding, which reduces stigmatization of people with chronic pain conditions. As a Together Walk participant affected by fibromyalgia, you make a difference. You educate local communities, political leaders, and others about the condition. You help alleviate stigmatization of people suffering with the disorder. You provide information to patients about locally accessible resources in daily living. You change fibromyalgia from being an invisible to a visible illness. You affect health policies, and you promote understanding of the ramifications, including the financial burden, of chronic pain to the public, legislators, medical community, and government agencies. Together Walks are implemented by experienced NFMCPA Leaders Against Pain or local representatives who partner with the NFMCPA to organize, promote, and carry out the details of each Together Walk. Volunteers from local FM and chronic pain support groups, together with churches, schools, colleges, and other nonprofit organizations, will work together to fulfill the logistical and human enterprise for each Together Walk. The Together Walks are implemented through partnerships. The NFMCPA is committed to the successful planning, implementation, and promotion of these events. Advertising the Together Walks will be done in 5 different ways. First, we will use CrowdRise as our registration and fundraising platforms. The NFMCPA office will develop and distribute press kits for local news outlets to promote the Together Walks. Promotional flyers, postcards, and posters have been created for each of the walks, as well as a national walk. Event kits for the May 12th Fibromyalgia Awareness Day will also be distributed from the NFMCPA office. The office will promote the local walks by posting them on the NFMCPA website, including them in the newsletter, and putting them on social media platforms including Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, ShareCare, YouTube, Blog Talk Radio, and Periscope. These avenues will allow for the successful promotion of these events. CrowdRise is the platform where fundraising and registration will take place for the Together Walks. The websites launched in January and are accessible for registration and fundraising until the walk date. People are allowed to create teams, such as family or support groups, nationally or locally, to raise funds for the Together Walks. A webpage is created for each walk, and there is also a national webpage. CrowdRise guarantees less than 3% fees, so we keep 97 of every $100. Each donation has a transaction fee of about 5.9%, along with credit card fees, but when a donor checks out, they have the option to cover these fees. CrowdRise is confident that most donors will cover the fees and guarantees an effective rate of the 3%. They will write a check if that isn't the case. This is the overall Together Walks page. Each of the local Together Walks will be displayed as an event lower on the web page. Fundraising teams can be built for specific walks or for the overall Together Walks initiative. People can donate to this charity, share the page, or create fundraising teams. The money raised on CrowdRise is displayed as the Together Walks have registrants and donations. The national page also displays the story behind the Together Walks. This is the Richmond CrowdRise page. All of the local walks will have a page created for their walk. It displays the story behind the walk, a team leaderboard for those raising funds, and also the top individuals raising funds. It's a platform for people to join the event where they can create fundraising teams or register. It will display the total as money is raised to support fibromyalgia awareness, and it's also a location for people to donate to the fundraiser. A Facebook event page will be created for each local Together Walk. The event pages display all of the relevant information, including the date and time, where they can register, and a brief description. Facebook users can save the event as something they're interested in, they can post questions, they can share the event on their own pages, and it's a great opportunity to utilize social media. Together Walk invitation postcards will be created for each city, with specific event details, opportunities to connect on social media, created for each local walk. These postcards can be mailed, and they also can be distributed by local businesses, sponsors, and volunteers, so community members have the information of the local Together Walk. The Together Walks will have promotional posters customized for each local walk. It's an opportunity for public display. There will be 11 by 17 poster boards for local businesses, sponsors, and volunteers to post. Also, 8.5 by 11 flyers will be made for posting on smaller locations like community boards. What can you do to support a local Together Walk? You can join others in raising fibromyalgia awareness and walk to make FM visible. You can partner with the NFMCPA and host a local Together Walk. You can sponsor your local Together Walk and be recognized for it. Or support your local Together Walk and display posters or hand out event postcards. After the direct costs of the Together Walk, the funds raised will be used to serve the public in this manner. 50% will be donated to research into integrative treatment options. 30% of the proceeds will fund the NFMCPA's Together Walk support services, and 20% will go to the local host organization for support of their community services. All the donations to the NFMCPA are tax deductible. All Together Walk sponsors will be acknowledged publicly and receive an exhibitor booth at the local Together Walk. Other benefits include high visibility, advertising, and community outreach. It's an opportunity for sponsors to get their names and brands out in the FM and chronic pain community across the U.S. by prominent placement on t-shirts, promotional materials, and on the NFMCPA website. It's an advertising opportunity for people to start seeing a company name and ask questions about it. Positive feelings are engendered towards sponsors by walk participants because it says to them, "This company gets us and they support our cause." The connection with the community is also exciting. For example, in 2015, Our May 12th awareness message reached just under 500,000 people on Facebook, and close to 300,000 unique visits on our website occurred during May. Sponsorship levels for the 2016 Together Walks are derived from the NFMCPA's tree logo. Each level represents a symbol in the tree. We will discuss these in greater detail in the following slides. The most prestigious Together Walk sponsorship opportunities are our Tree, Phoenix, and Butterfly Awards. We will only have one $25,000 tree sponsor nationwide. These sponsors will receive their names on t-shirts nationwide, have a button on fmcpaware.org for an entire year, be the sponsor of 2 NFMCPA newsletters, receive a full-page ad in the NFMCPA magazine, be included on the signage for the walks nationwide, be featured in a Facebook and Twitter post, receive an interview on the Blog Talk Radio, and will be featured on the event thank you poster and recognized during the event. Their materials can be distributed at the event, and their names will be placed on the goodie bags. As a $10,000 Phoenix sponsor, your names will be featured on all t-shirts. You will have a button on FMCP Aware for 6 months, and be the sponsor for 1 NFMCPA newsletter. You will also receive a half-page ad in the NFMCPA magazine, and be recognized during the event and on the event thank you poster. Sponsor materials will also be distributed at the event. The Phoenix Award is limited to 4 sponsors. A $5,000 Butterfly sponsor will have their names on t-shirts nationwide, be featured in a Facebook post, receive a quarter-page ad in the NFMCPA magazine, and be recognized during the event and on the thank you poster. The Butterfly sponsor materials will also be distributed at the event. As a $3,500 Dove sponsor, your company will have their logo displayed on the second line of the logo t-shirts. Receive an NFMCPA Facebook post with the company name, and be recognized during the event program and on the event thank you poster, as well as having your sponsor materials distributed at the event. Each local Together Walk will have a health expo for exhibitors to promote their products. Exhibitors have the opportunity to purchase a booth space or to make any tax-deductible donation in support of raising fibromyalgia awareness. Together, we can make a difference, raise fibromyalgia awareness, advocate for better access to care, and encourage and fund research that leads to better treatments. Together Walks are a program to do all of these things, and we look forward to partnering with you. However you choose to participate in the 2016 Together Walks, we look forward to partnering with you to increase awareness of and raise funds for fibromyalgia research and education. Thank you for your support.